Today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. Giants versus Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens.
We're across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the New York Giants. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Ravens, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Justin Tucker to kick off.
2 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. On first down, Allen. A throw for Pittman is intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Intercepted by the Ravens.
Number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
And what he's thinking about right now is first down, let's find a way to make a big play. Because when you get a sudden change situation and that defense has to rush onto the field unexpectedly, you might catch them having a defensive breakdown or not quite prepared.
And it was really sudden after the first play picked off. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. That's going to set them back 5 yards.
Still first down.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Play action. Now Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Jackson's pass.
I'm not sure that you can say that the rain caused that interception, but look, it's clear that throwing the football is going to be tough in these conditions.
No doubt about it, and different quarterbacks handle it different ways. Some guys think the rain isn't a big deal, but wind affects them a little bit more. But you have to wonder, will these conditions hold scoring down? Are we going to have like a 9-6 type of a game? And then the pressure goes on the punters, who often hold for field goal attempts. Can they handle the snap and get the ball down so they can kick it?
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Allen. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole.
Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
It's a big play there for Baltimore. 44 yards.
That is definitely what we call it.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Number 32.
A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. The touchdown all set up by the big play 1 snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
Now, I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? That's, you create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Another try after the first down sack. Allen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. He'll layer this one out deep for Sims. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. That's going to be caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. On that catch, he's already eclipsed 100 yards here in the first quarter. Charles, he's on pace for over 400.
And playing with great confidence, isn't he? I think he probably had it coming into the game, and now that he's really come out of the gate this strongly, how'd you like to be in the huddle with him right now? You know he's demanding the football.
Me the ball.
And guess what? I'd throw it to him. He's having a fantastic game, and they haven't defended him yet.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. They'll try to run this one in. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a miss.
And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as the Ravens push further out in front. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good.
Nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
New York set to take the field. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here first and 10. Drake will start the drive on the ground. A first down and more for Drake. Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Kenyan Drake, 75 yards. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points.
The kick is...
I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a throw here to his running back. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. A big play there on the catch and run. 74 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flipped field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great play there. Doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
And now let's talk about Kenyan Drake. And no doubt he's come out of the gate strong. Only in week 3, and you see the numbers thus far.
And we always talk about identity, setting a tone, you know, getting the groundwork laid for the season or for a game. And that's what they've done with the running game so far. It reminds me of when I first went to the University of Tennessee. And believe it or not, I was a quarterback for a day and a half. And the first practice session, the first play we ran was 28 pitch, which is a toss sweep. And I remember the offense coordinator saying, that's our identity, that's our bread and butter, that's the basis of our offense. We got to get that down right here, right now. I think we're...
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
A big loss.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10.
They go play action with Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. What is going on here? 4 first-quarter touchdowns. Unbelievable. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
Makes the score, Ravens 27.
Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it's stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
They'll start the drive with Drake. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14.
Leads to 3rd down and 14.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
Ravens 27, Giants 7.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit. But they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out as the Ravens push further out in front. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record. and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
At the 20-yard line.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Rip left. Mike 5-5, Mike 55.
Now a draw play with Drake. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile. Stopped that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The Giants on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. He's got the lead here in the 2nd quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing well, your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, like I said, he's looked pretty good to this point. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out as his guys continue to pour it on. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
34-yard line.
They'll run with Drake. And he'll get this only up to about the 35.
Drake, the ball carrier.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down. From the gun, it's Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And he's going to go down again.
Kyle Allen sack.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Allen. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. This is brought in at the 21. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
This will be caught inside the 10. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They'll get 34 yards there. They'll try to run this one in, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and this offense continues to pour it on.
The kick.
Well, he had the big run to get down there, so you got to let him finish it off, don't you?
I think so, but what I liked even more, the fact that he wanted to finish it off. How many times have we seen a guy break off a big run, and we see that universal sign where he's tapping his helmet to get me out of the game? No! Stay out on the field and enjoy the benefits of the success you created.
And he hits pay dirt because of it.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 27. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And, partner, are you kidding me? With this game that he's having, we are in uncharted waters like we've never seen before.
Just think, if he keeps every football from all the touchdowns scored today, Does he need to build a new trophy room at home?
Yeah. A couple trophy rooms. Maybe a whole home for a trophy room.
What a phenomenal performance, and I'll guarantee you he's going to reward the rest of the offensive unit after this as well for helping him get to this number.
He better. This is just unreal. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll get this one to Pittman. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Throwing again on second down. Allen hitting Juju on the slant. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And his kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. 13 seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on first down. Being chased out left. Open man here, Sims complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. The throw taken in by Sims. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out?
And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. A big play there on the catch and run. 76 yards. They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great play there. There to make the grab. And this offense is running away with this one. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up first and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they're able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown. We saw the payoff. But, of course, that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And they'll get it out just short of the 45 at the 44. 15 yards on the play, first down. Here's Allen to throw it. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Yeah, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. Allen now throwing on 3rd and long. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They were victorious a week ago over Philadelphia. They lead here as well as they start out 1st and 10. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field.
Number 42.
A big play that time for the Ravens. 42 yards.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Ravens continue to pour it on. And he missed it again. The 4th time now in this game alone. And that has to be great cause for concern over on that sideline. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
7-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Let's go, team. Turn up. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
They stay on the ground with Drake. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs. On 1st down, Drake. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 38-yard line.
And now they'll throw with Allen. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
15 yards on the play, first down.
Running, it's Drake. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play there, second down.
Brings up second and 10.
Throwing on second down. Allen, a hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was looking for Nick Boyle that time. And it's third down.
And 10.
Operating from the gun. Allen hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Forced out to his left. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 41 yards. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ballgame.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great effort there. He flat out can't be stopped. And the Ravens capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that will extend this big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
And now let's talk about Kenyan Drake. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps, and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Here's Matt Hawk now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield.
A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards.
And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great play there. Finding the end zone yet again. And the Ravens add on. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster the target once again, but it's going to be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
To throw again. Allen, and his throw here's incomplete.
He was looking for Michael Pittman that time.
And it's 3rd down.
Incomplete. He was covered by Jamal Adams.
Allen. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Lorenzo Carter able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 45. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
9-yard line. A 6-yard pickup. Brings
off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And now off to the races down the right side. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there. He flat out can't be stopped as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter.
25-yard line.
New York ready to go again offensively.
And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
From midfield, here's Allen. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And now a fumble. The ball's out. Touchdown, Giants. Michael Pittman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants gain a bit of respectability.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
My old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Allen. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 play. plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play.
Allen to throw once more. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
The 6-yard line.
Now Drake. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
A gain of 5 yards brings up 3rd and goal.
They'll try and pound it in with Drake. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10, and he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
Justin Tucker.
Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. Might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Now out come the Giants.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
And here's Allen operating from the gun. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Allen throwing on 3rd and long. And now here is another interception. Jonathan Abram picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
At the 21-yard line.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win, but one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
At their own 25-yard line.
Juju Smith-Schuster and the rest of this offense heading back out there. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
24-yard line.
Switch.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Allen from the gun, he'll throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Drake. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Giants first down. first and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Allen now on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman that time. And that'll bring up second down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
The throw there finding its way to Boyle. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him.
Allen's pass.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Tucker now for the extra point. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over.
They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
And that will be incomplete.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Let's take it inside his own 40. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return.
And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Throw left side complete. That's Sims. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. A big play that time for the Ravens. 47 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that...
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly as that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review.
Mike, 55. Check, 55.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. After the sack on first down, Allen over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. From the gun, Allen under pressure, and down he goes. And they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, you know, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got to deal